Whilst Dragon Metals here, today I'll be tearing down an old monitor, an old CRT monitor from 1997. You see that by there on the date? Manufactured July 1997. So this thing is quite old. Probably actually counts as a retro monitor. Absolutely huge. And also extremely heavy. Should be a good deal of salvage within here for a teardown. Kind of curious what's in a monitor this old. Already removed the mounting screws from the bottom, so there should be a bit breaking off this case. Get inside. Might not be too easy though. It's very old. Plastic is also very brittle. Try and pull it apart. Listen to that go. From this side. Seems to be some hidden screw mounts in here. Maybe they're screws. Yeah. Look at that. Whoa. Where'd that go? Hidden screws. Hidden behind some sort of camouflage bezel. Quite a few screws then. Unless it's 4 only holding it. Hopefully that's the case. Damn. Some things are really in there. Okay, that's the 4 screws removed. Hopefully that's all the mounting screws. Yep, indeed it is. Case comes straight off. Wow, it's quite rusty. Quite rusty that, look at that. Been out quite a while. You already see some good salvage in there. Massive flyback driver. Well, actually that's about the standard size. They all come in the same size. But good for things like copper recovery. See what else is in there as we get in deeper. Lots and lots of screws. See some capacitors and other stuff there. It's highly likely this entire thing's been discharged by the state of the rust. In fact, it's been in the rain many times. It's just one of many street salvage items I get. I don't post them all. That would take too long. Get the case off the back of this rusty thing. That seems to be welded there. Just break that off. There's the motion. Metal's already highly fatigued. Should just break off with some rotation. Yeah, thought so. Look at that. Very rusty. Large amount of silver solder on there. Probably antimony. Maybe some tin, depends what's in the solder, could be lead. Due to the date that this is, it's quite old. Some copper there on the cathode ray tube. Capacitors. get in a bit deeper. Try and get this board off actually at the top, the one I was just working on. I can't actually see what's on that due to it being mounted upside down. Lots of capacitors by the look of it. Yes. Mounted to the electron gun. Some kind of driver board. Large amount of cables and such here. Couple of screws. Yeah, strange annoying place. Right on the side of this mounting. This circuit board. Part with the electron gun socket on it. It's well stuck on there. Appears to be a bit of adhesive. Some sort of adhesive. Not sure. No, there's a screw right underneath. Ooh, and some sort of plastic mounting. That'll be difficult to get to. Some upside down screwage it is. Oh, that's quite annoying. See if let's turn that at another angle. See the screws in there on the plastic bezel. Ooh, it's very cold. Some of these cables out of the way, because they are in the way. It's very much stuck on there. Right. It's a little difficult to hit on. Got the screw moving, well, one of them. Extremely awkward placement. Wow, they really built things counterintuitively back in for the millennium. It's really annoying. No direct path of entry. Ow. There we have the board free. You can see there. Massive amount of connectors. I'll have to disconnect some of them. Some mains. See some transformers in there also. Lots of resistors. Capacitors. Blocking diodes. Good for aluminium, silver recovery, things like that. Back flat. Carefully. I've disconnected the electron gun now. That's the connector there. Appears I need a pair of scissors to cut through some of these connectors. Yeah, they're welded in place to the flyback driver. Scissors. Ooh. Right back. Other tools. Disconnect its flyback transformer. A lot of useless metal on this, sort of just in the way. Try and remove some of it. The circuit board's brittle, very. Be careful about that, otherwise the entire thing will just disintegrate on me. Which would be bad. Lots and lots of cable locks here, slowing my progress massively. Large amount of glue. Very old, decades old hot glue. That's pretty old. Oh, some nice stuff on this little board. As you can see, lots of chips, capacitors. These chips probably got gold in. There's a timing crystal there. They have silver in, almost certainly. Lots of connectors, old capacitors. Maybe tantalum in them. It's not them likely is in these red ones. Not much. Large rectifier here. This may be a microcontroller, some sort. Appears to be. Could be wrong. Could be some sort of power management device. M9712DY. It's labelled. It's LM128. Oh, that's something to do with power. Some sort of power regulator. Well, this is all be surrounded by copper inside here. It's not always easy to recover. You can see it under there. That requires you have to break off this gunk, as well as the entire interface to the electron gun, which can be quite dangerous. Looks like this teardown will take longer than I have. But I've already found some useful stuff. A nice big circuit board, lots of material on it, including a lot of silver solder on the bottom. All of which I'll recover and likely turn into small ingots, as I have done in the past. How to get this bottom board off? Seems I'm going to have to move the entire thing actually again. This is quite a large teardown. These old things are quite difficult to rip apart. Lots of useful components in them though. You can see quite a bit more copper in there, lots of transformers, deucers. You can see in there. Lots of large blue capacitors. I'm not quite sure what's in them. That board will have a massive amount of silver solder on it also. If it's silver, as I said, could be lead or antimony, however you say it. However you want to say it, rather. All their materials are worth quite a bit. Tin, antimony, silver, antimony. Strange word. Lots of connectors on here, crimped in place. They're useful for attaching batteries and stuff. Probably worth salvaging a few of them. There's one. A lot of these are rusted, corroded in place. White aluminium corrosion, aluminium oxide. This is one long teardown. Well, I feel like it is. Some of these parts are rusted. Chunks of steel. There's going to be more screws on this electron gun mount. Ugh. Yeah. Need screws. It's just not right. That one's covered in gunk, glue, some sort. Does not want to move. Oh. Got it. Sort of. No, lost it. Damn it. Hey. There's another one on the other side though. Look at that. It's absolutely caked with some sort of black thread glue. Barely even see where it'd go in the screwdriver. Well, this is obviously going to take quite some time. But you can still already see what salvage there is inside there. Copper along the rim here. Along the cathode ray tube, quite a bit. I will recover that along with all of this board. Check the thumbnail and description for the results. Post it once I've got the board out. It's well as all the other separate components that I can manage to get out of this safely. I'll see you next time.